Hey everyone, I'm here this week with Kirsten and I'm really excited. We are very sad that Bree isn't joining us, but she is healing up and getting healthier. So she'll be back this weekend when we're hosting for the TFM event alongside Mr. Burns and Willoughby's. So really excited for that this weekend. But welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
No problem. We were talking before we went live about how we were confused how we didn't manage to meet each other in person because we've been to almost all of the same events, but somehow haven't crossed paths. So now we know to actually go up to each other when we see each other in person.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I should have mentioned this before, but did you ever see the girl cosplaying as Brave Little Tailor Mickey?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. I'm usually with her somewhere.
Okay.
She's a part of our group. She's one of the Lorcana wives in our area. Shout out Julie. But yeah, she's awesome and she's great.
I have so much respect for everybody who cosplays. The extent of cosplaying that I do is like Disney bounding. I like to match my colors and like stick with the theme. I just have not taken the next step to cosplay because I am the type of person that would need to go like all out, and I don't have the skills to go all out.
Yeah. Honestly, same.
So I am always so impressed by everybody who does cosplay.
I know.
Like I saw Kim recently posted her Tinkerbell costume.
Yes, I know. It's amazing.
It is so cute. And she even has the little hood with the bun pocket.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's so cute. I love that.
I love seeing her outfits. And another one is Belle's Castle. She does amazing cosplays with Aladdin's Castle. Like, you guys are always so darn cute. I can't believe it.
Like Rose that she did for Continentals.
Yes, I know.
So that was insane.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to go, but I saw pictures of it, and I'm like, that is amazing. Like, can't believe it.
Did you play in any events this weekend?
I played in a lot, actually. We did 3 sealed events, 3 sealed pre-release events, and we did a free pack rush event that one of our local stores usually hosts every new set, which is really awesome.
That's fun. I also did 3 sealed events, and I was excited because I convinced my husband to come and do 2 of them with me on Saturday. I was like, for Valentine's Day, I would really love you to play Lorcana with me. And he's like, sure you would. You want more cards? And I was like, no, I want to spend the day with you.
I know. I'm really lucky that me and my husband play together. Me and Andy, we always play together. So it's like, well, guess that's what we're doing. Cool. Not like we would have done anything else but play Lorcana anyway, probably.
That's very fair. No, my husband has been very sweet. He says as soon as we start getting more tribal related mechanics, he wants to play, which we came really close with brooms, and then they decided to stop printing brooms, which was
that was a sad day.
It was a little rude, but maybe one day we'll get some more. And now I'm sort of thinking that maybe with aliens, I could build him a fun deck to do silly things with.
Yeah, there's a lot of aliens, and I can only assume there's going to be more once like Toy Story hits.
Right?
I mean, think of all those alien cards we're going to get.
I feel like that hopefully is another card of like 101 Dalmatians. Like you can have as many.
Oh yeah, right. Like just as many of them as you can. That would be awesome.
I would like to manifest that.
Yeah, we got this. It's fine. How did your sealed events go?
Mine were fun. We had a great turnout at all 3 of them. I was really pleased to see a lot of people out, particularly with Valentine's Day. You never know. But we had a good crowd at all of them. I had a good sealed pool, at like 2 of 3. So that felt good. Yeah. I love sealed. Like sealed is probably one of my favorite formats to play outside of Core Constructed. I'm excited for the improvements that they keep talking about coming in the next few sets. So my pools felt really good. I I wish I pulled more Grandmother Willows because that card is busted in sealed.
Yeah. Honestly, the legendary Moana is also pretty busted. It's
Yes.
absolutely busted and sealed. Like not having to ink from your hand. Sure, it takes you 5 to get there, but that's real nice.
That feels really good because all of a sudden that essentially helps you with like card management in sealed, which can be really hard because if you don't get anything with card draw, you're just SOL.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, you run out of cards to ink, you know, just use your discard and play your Space Cows in a couple turns, you know.
I hope Space Cows sees actual competitive play.
I know, I love that
just
card.
because of the chaos that like the card funny. Is just so silly. And just knowing a lot of the commentators that do events, like the silly things that they will come up with when they see that card in play, I can't wait. I also really
it would be amazing.
I really hope we see some people cosplay.
Honestly, I bet we would see people cosplay as the Space Cows. That would be genius. So, like, if you're listening, come to the next event as a Space Cow, please.
The other card that I came across a few times that was really helpful was the Boost Alice. Whenever you quest with her, you can take the cards under her. That was like, oh, for card draw. Thank you. I will take that.
I had to be like patient with it because like I really wanted those cards, but it's like I'd really like 4 cards though, like minimum. So I just have to wait, and then you know that they're going to take her out immediately. So she is kind of like a one-time card draw, but like it is really nice if you can have the patience and not have to clear their board.
It was also helpful if you had any of the other cards that allowed you to basically put another card under her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I was able to do that once. So
nice.
It was pretty good. She lasted out on the board a couple rounds for me because some of the characters don't have enough strength to take her out. And they didn't, like, my opponents didn't want to run multiple cards because that doesn't feel good either. Neither does card draw for me, but it's sort of like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Did you get any good pulls?
I did not. I think the best pulls that I got were an epic Grandmother Willow, which at the time I don't think we had one when I pulled her. And in one of them, I did get the legendary Moana, which I won't complain about. I had a couple of those already, but like having her in a sealed deck is super nice. I loved it.
Yeah, I pulled one epic from a prize pack and had one epic in my, like, one of my pools. I don't remember now what it was. It probably was Rapunzel because she is haunting me. Which I guess we can caveat into this. So we are both 2 people that opened a lot of product this weekend. It was okay.
I had a time. It was a time.
Yeah, it was a time. So I had one dead case out of the 3 cases that I opened, and you had...
I had 3 out of my 5 cases were dud cases. And the 2 cases with enchanteds weren't even like cracked cases or anything. It had 1 enchanted each. It was plain old Jane. The rest were just not great at all.
I did at least have in one of the cases I had 2 enchanteds, but we talked that I pulled Lilo and then one of the actions. So it's still like you still don't feel great about it.
No, I totally get it. Hey, at least the console prize, I guess, could be like, that's probably going to be a playable card.
Right.
Like, at least you can play the action.
That is very, very valid. So it was Raging Storm. So it is a card that I think we can safely say we'll see meta play and core constructed and probably Infinity too. Which I really hope no one comes up with like an Amber Ruby Infinity deck.
I think that would be a little too much. Like, I think that's a little overkill to put both in a deck. I mean, that would be pretty nasty, though.
I feel like I've just spoken this into existence because
someone out there is going to try. Someone out
on
there
my
is
team
going
is
to
going to do
try.
that. I know.
Like, I want to inflict pain.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ruin someone's day.
Yeah. Oh man. Now you could do 2 and 2. Also, that still feels gross.
It does. It does. I just want to bank on like, oh well, if they have the choice, they're obviously just going to take B prep because it's cheaper and you can sing it.
Yeah.
So like, that's a way better option. Like,
right.
Just stick with one. Just stick with the better one if you're going to play both. Like,
I agree with you.
No need for the overkill.
No,
literally.
No. So you had pretty good luck with your legendary polls. I had okay. Mm-hmm. Do you have any like ideas on what you want to play, at least to start this set with?
Honestly, no. We'd like me and Andy, my husband, we do deck test Tuesday. So we just did that live episode last night. And I'm a big fan of like rotating decks because I really like to see how each one plays. And I like the practice of like playing it again. Like if I want to settle on a deck, I want to see how it plays into like everything kind of. So I think it's always a good idea to kind of play test with the things that you are also going to be going against. So you kind of have a better idea of how it actually plays out, like what the options are and how that looks from the other perspective. So I really haven't settled on anything yet. I did a little bit of testing with an Amethyst Emerald Bounce deck, and that was pretty fun. Didn't feel great, probably because I didn't really know how to play it.
So it's funny. I have been testing an Emerald Amethyst deck as well. It's with a lot of boost right now.
Yeah, so it's like the boost bounce package.
All right, and mine doesn't have the deck build that I have doesn't have a ton of bounce in it. I definitely can see that being even stronger. Making it a little bit better with that. So you're like making my wheels turn about like, oh, what bounce can I put in there? Or even like, what would this look like as an infinity deck? Because that also sounds good.
I miss the fox so much. Bring her back, please. I'm begging you.
So that's what I've kind of started playing. I don't know if that's what I play this whole set. I definitely liked I was playing it with a Donald, the Donald Duck Fred.
Oh yeah, the legendary.
And that card feels really good.
One that I was playing. Yeah, I didn't really get him to pop off by that point. I was already losing really bad. So, we didn't get there really, but it's fine.
If it makes you feel better, I was also playing some games against TFM Dan, and he kicked my butt. And he's like, you should probably take out this card. This card is bad. And I was like, I agree.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I see that.
It was the Megra.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she really, to be fair, he is not wrong because I was using her for ink 90% of the time. Right. And I feel like if you consistently are inking something, you should probably think about why you have them in your deck because you're not playing them.
That's the great thing of like playing with other players who play competitively and like are your friend and can offer advices because they show that outside opinion of like, this is what I'm noticing, because it's not always something that you can pick up on like easily or like really think of, because it's kind of like a subconscious thing to be like, oh, I don't really need this right now, let's stink it. Okay, well, I'm making it every time, but I don't notice that. So like if somebody else is playing with you and can give you that feedback, I think it's very valuable to be like sharing with your peers, because that's kind of what we like to try and do with our team as well.
I definitely agree with that. I think it's nice when you can play test with people and get opinions on like what you're playing. I also loved we talk about it pretty regularly that if you are set on a deck, to set it aside a little bit and play, or have your friends play it while you play other decks, because it's really valuable to be able to know what your opponent's play lines will be, because it helps your brain as you play your deck into those. So always good to hear.
Yeah.
We're not completely losing our minds, and we do share good information every once in a while.
Most of the time I'm receiving the good information. Every now and then I can give it an opinion, but I'm not there quite yet. So I usually take in the knowledge.
Yeah. I like to do both. I think Bree and I use this is actually a great segue. So for myself and Bree, we doubled in a little tabletop Magic the Gathering. I know Bree now is playing a little Riftbound as well. Lorcana is my thing, and I'm very happy here. I connect with the cards because I'm a Disney adult and all the above. But when I started playing Lorcana, this was the first card game that I really wanted to play regularly, go to leagues at our local game stores, and then eventually started to want to play competitively. How did you get into Lorcana?
So it's kind of a funny story. Me and my husband used to like collect Funkos because again, I'm also a huge Disney fan, so I just like collecting things. So we would always go around to like the local comic shops and trading card shops that happen to have Funkos, searching for Funkos, and then that kind of started to die down for us. And he noticed like a poster on the window that was like Lorcana Disney card game, and it hadn't come out yet. So he was like, "We should try it," and I'm like, Disney, yes, I like opening packs. That sounds fun, but like I don't know about this trading card business. Like I'd never played a trading card game before in my life. Like I made my mom buy me Pokemon when I was a kid because that was like the thing my friends
Cool
were
thing
doing.
to do, yeah.
I didn't know how to play. I had no interest in playing. Like I've never had any interest in like a trading card game ever. But he was like, "We should try it. We should try it." So we got some cards, and it kind of took him a little bit in the first chapter be like, "We should sit down and play a game at some point maybe." And I was like, okay. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, "We should play more. We should do more." And then we found stores in our area. We just started going to league, and then we got absolutely addicted to it. And we've made like a ton of friends and started a podcast and like a whole it's a whole thing. Like
it's a whole thing.
Asked me 3 years ago if I'd be a content creator and a TCG player, and I'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like,
well, we're in the same boat, so we can connect on that level. deep level. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I do what? I travel around and play cards. God, I'm a nerd.
Mom's like, yeah, that's what my mom's like, nerd. I'm like, shut up. Like, I could be doing way worse things.
Yes, exactly.
Time on cards. Be happy. She is happy for me. She just likes to tease me.
When you kind of took this step from like obviously playing locals, what made you jump into kind of like the more competitive side? Because you, similar to myself, we like to win some card games too.
It kind of all started with like set champs, like that very first set champs, like I am just kind of naturally a competitive person. Like I played sports like all throughout my childhood and high school and everything. So like I just like I like winning. So I'm gonna try to be good at the things that I do, especially if it's in a competitive like fashion. So like once we started going to league and like I started really feeling comfortable with the game, I wanted to be more competitive. And I usually just kind of took whatever advice my husband gave me because he played Magic before and all of that stuff, and he was way more knowledgeable on this stuff than I was. So I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll do whatever you tell me to.
Sure.
You tell me this is the deck I should play. Okay. So I never really I was never the person that's like, I'm just going to play a fun deck. Like I always wanted to play a good deck because I think that that's kind of like the way you learn to kind of get into that headspace, I guess.
Yeah.
So once the Stitch set champs came around, it being the first one, especially like it was super like filled with a bunch of like scalpers who were just coming to play the game to like win the stuff and sell it. So it like really put a fire under me, and like I was like, I want to do good in this. Like, and I was watching him and our friends win, and I'm like, okay, I want to play. Like I want to take this seriously.
Yeah.
And in one of them, I ended up getting into top 8, but like back in Stitch days, top 8 didn't matter. No. So when I lost my first round to somebody who sat down and asked me if I was going to sell it like him, I was like, this sucks. I was like, I'm going to be more ready next time. So like it just kind of grew from there, from like, okay, I want to win a set champs, to like, okay, I want to go to this big event and like do really well. And like we were lucky enough that the first one was Atlanta, which most people wouldn't think is super drivable from St. Louis to Atlanta, but me and my husband actually lived in Atlanta, so we were pretty used to that like 7 to 8 hour drive. So we didn't mind the drive, and we carpooled with our friends and went down there and had an amazing time. I mean, it wasn't the best DLC. It was the very, very first one. So like there's horror stories, but like it was so much fun to do that competitive event.
Yes. Nope, definitely understand. So for me, I got in during the Into the Inklands. That was when I started playing because I was finishing up school. So we had a local event, which I will say, and now that I think about, I didn't pull up the flyer that I just got for it as well. So I'm going to talk for a hot second as I'm like, yes, we're vamping, because I can't do things and pull it up at the same time.
Hey, one track mind, just like me. It's okay. One thing at a time.
So we have a local event here in the DFW area called the Hunter Burton Memorial Open, and it started as a Magic tournament. It's huge. Like, people come from across the country for it. It's like some ridiculous amount of money. I don't even know, because I think it's even higher than $10,000. Like, I think it's $15,000 that they play for on the Magic side. And it is to fundraise for a member of the Magic community that died from suicide. And they have a foundation that spreads awareness about suicide and depression. They'll have people go into local game stores and kind of talk about that, and talk about how, just as a community, we can help each other out. So that is a cause that is very near and dear to my heart. I personally struggle with anxiety, so very similar in the depression range. So I think card games is something that has helped me come out of my shell a little bit, and as well as I know many others, and get this wonderful community. So they started doing Lorcana tournaments because Lorcana was so popular in the DFW area that we were lucky enough, right after I got in, they had this tournament, and all of my friends from locals were like, "Oh, you should come do it with us. Like, it's going to be a blast. Like, there's already like 100 people signed up. Like, you absolutely should do it." And I was like, "Okay, sure. I have no clue what I'm doing, but like, you guys say I should, so sure, why not?" And I was kind of sold. I didn't do fantastic, but it felt like it was a really fun event. Yeah. And I was like, this seems fun. I was like, I could do more of this. And that kind of led right into Set Champs season. So it worked really, really well.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it.
And now I was like, we have the flyer too for this year's event. So March 14th and 15th will be this year's Hunter Burton Memorial Open. There are going to be a ton of vendors, artists, and it's at the Hearst Convention Center, which is right smack between Dallas and Fort Worth. So if you want to come in from out of town, it will be a good time. I feel like, oddly enough, we have a ton of events throughout March in Texas. We have down in Houston, we have CCS, and we have this. And then the next week after, we have possibly the best tournament, mainly because it only costs a 12-pack of Diet Coke. That's right, everyone. We officially have DCI dates for DCI round 3. Kirby's run out of Diet Coke and needs some more Diet Coke. So on March 21st, for a 12-pack of Diet Coke, you could play in a really awesome tournament.
I would pay a 12-pack of Diet Coke if I wasn't.
Right?
Sign me up, baby.
It's a pretty fantastic tournament.
I love it.
Kirby spends like all of her time getting these amazing enchanteds, coming up with raffle prizing. It is just unbelievable, the time and effort she puts into this. And there's a lot of other people behind the scenes too, but Kirby gets a lot of props, because she would never admit to all the work she does. She'd hide in the back and not say how amazing she is, so I can hype her, because she's not here to do it herself or yell at me.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing. And those are some
As
amazing prizes too. Like
right?
that Mickey and Minnie mat. Are you joking?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I've seen it in person. It's amazing. It's as good as it lives up to the hype. I will have to say. I don't know if it lives up to the hype for whatever it's going on eBay right now, but as a raffle prize, heck yes.
Yeah, I was lucky enough that one of our friends, a friend to ROV, Mike, was in Florida, and he ended up getting me an extra one for me. And I am forever grateful, because boy, I was checking those prices online and I'm like, there ain't no way. Like I really want the mat, because I have both the Mickey and the Minnie iconic. So I'm just like, I need that photo
You need to frame it. Are you framing it?
I'll probably play on it at first. And
okay, that's fair. I don't blame you. But I was just like thinking about the fact that you have both the Enchanteds. I was like, it would actually be really pretty if you like use the playmat with the Enchanted, like with the iconics in front of it, like kind of matted to the mat.
That would be really cool. The problem with that is I really love them and I really love to look at them. So like they're actually in deck boxes and like our fancy
in like the window.
And because we have Mickey and Minnie, I have Minnie and my husband carries Mickey. So it's like,
okay, stop. That, like, you're so cute. That's gross.
I know, right? The only like sad part is we don't have two Mickey Minnie mats, because then we could just both have the mat.
That is really, really cute. And I love that so much.
Maybe one day, like I'll like suck it up and put them all in a frame together, because it would look really, really nice. Like,
but I also, as somebody who likes to play their Enchanteds, I respect it.
Yeah, like I will probably never play with them. One, they're not really playable, and two, they are really expensive, like compared to the other cards. So I definitely want to keep those a little more like pristine. So I just like it in my little deck box so I can have it next to me when I'm playing my game. And the only time I take it out is when we go to DLCs, because I'm paranoid.
That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah. I hear every time we're at a DLC and I'm like, I hear this deck box has been
I know. That would be me.
Internally, I'm like, I'm so happy that it's being turned in, but also my deck box is glued to me because I am paranoid.
Yeah.
It couldn't be me losing a deck box.
I accidentally kind of lost a deck box once. It was because we traveled to Louisville, Kentucky for a tournament at Through the Decades. They usually host like 5Ks and stuff from time to time. But we went down there and I had my regular deck box, which is normal for me, but I also brought a second deck box because this was like pre-rotation, and I had a bunch of alt language cards. So just in case I needed them, I put English versions in a side deck box essentially. And I think I had some other like extra cards in there that I didn't intend to use, but like I can't remember if I had an Enchanted, but I had some pretty like expensive foils and stuff in there, and I actually left it on the table, and then I realized the next round I'm like, I'm missing that box.
Did someone turn it in?
Yeah, somebody did turn it in, which was super nice, but like I was
also terrifying.
I was panicking.
I would too. That would be the instance that you like forget it, because that's not your actual deck box. It's like a little side thing, and
exactly. And it wasn't something I was normally doing, because it was like, I think it was after all the DLCs and worlds and stuff had finished, and we had no idea when we were doing the next thing. So it was just this like random big tournament that we decided to do, and I had built up some like alt language cards, and it's not illegal to play them, so I just brought the English versions just in case. You know?
Yeah. And I do the same thing for Milwaukee. Rather than having them in a deck box, I actually had them in a binder, just because I try to pare down whenever I'm at a DLC, like what I'm carrying, because you get tired, your bag gets heavy, all those things. but I was nervous because I was playing with some of the promos. So I brought non-promo versions of them in case a judge had an issue with them, because I know like a lot of people were saying they pringled too much and you could pick them out. I'm a psychopath who triple sleeves. So mine you couldn't pick out. Mine were not pringled.
Funny. That's funny. Yeah, I only double sleeve. I'm sure if my husband had it his way, we would triple sleeve. But that is we make so many decks that like the amount of sleeving and unsleeving I would have to do is just obnoxiously large. So I'm like vastly against triple sleeving just for my own sanity.
Oh, so it is very particular to only like DLCs or super competitive events. I have a bad habit of not, if there isn't a picture on my sleeves, I will like shuffle half the deck the wrong way. So I typically will use these sleeves, and I have a couple different ones, but they're expensive, and I'm terrified to ruin them.
The best to shuffle either, because I used to use that brand of those cute Disney sleeves for like sealed events and like draft events, and I would always just keep the sleeves in the outer sleeve together, and I was able to just slip the card in both the sleeves at once. So that was nice, but then we ended up not using them anymore. Now they're just kind of like in my like.
Bree makes fun of my triple sleeving pretty regularly, and then we have my psychopath of a husband who, if I would let him, when he's playing Lorcana with me, would not sleeve anything, and would also play like, instead of a playmat, maybe use tinfoil.
Oh my goodness. A riffle shuffle too.
Mm-hmm.
My husband's a psycho and does that regardless on if we sleeve it. Thankfully, he only does it to like irritate me. So he doesn't do it when there's like enchanteds in the deck. Otherwise, he might not survive. But he just likes to irritate me, and I'm like, stop.
The cards want to feel the air on their surface. Apparently,
that's hilarious.
Just the chaos.
They need to be protected.
Absolute chaos goblin over there.
That is so funny.
What card do you think is not going to see any play that like saw play in sealed?
I mean, there's kind of a lot of them.
Okay.
If
you could pick like one that you're like
Alice or even the Genie, I think that they're like very tempting cards that could potentially fit into like a B tier deck, but I think that it's just so slow with the tempo of how you need to curve out that like I don't think they'll actually be like truly viable in competitive play.
So I would agree with you on Alice. Like, I don't think that one will see play, but I actually think the Genie will see some play. I don't know if like the deck I was playing, the Donald Duck, Brad Honeywell, like
mine had the Genie too.
The boost mechanic in that deck, and the cards that like basically assisted with boosts and putting cards under, I think like the Minnie Mouse, Mrs. Cratchit, those were like a very powerful combo. Like it felt bad having to ink Minnie Mouse if I had her early on, because it's such a powerful card to be able to just throw another card under one of your boosted characters. Because like it also allows you to boost your Cheshire Cat without paying for that, which feels good, and potentially doing that twice in a turn.
True. I think it might depend on the matchup. I mean,
I do think it is.
Absolutely got cooked by Blurple with that deck. Like,
and see, I had
even Amber Sapphire kind of cooked it too.
I did okay against Blurple. When I play tested, I did not do well against Amber Steel with it.
Oh, really? But I didn't do an Amber Steel matchup with it.
I think that there's a world where it gets fleshed out, like the deck itself gets fleshed out, and like there are just a few missing pieces or pieces that need to be adjusted. That my brain is not smart enough for.
Honestly, same. That's why I just let other people figure it out, and I just find stuff that looks pretty good online for the initial testing, and then I just kind of like play it out and then see what my team thinks and go from there.
Wait, this is hilarious. Someone put their whole deck in top loaders. I would cry.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Stop. That's ridiculous. That's so
Oh,
funny.
this is so Bree and I do this all the time. This is our favorite way to cut our friends' decks when we're at League. It drives them insane. We will take either like the top 7 or bottom 7 and switch it, or I will take only 1 if it's the first game, or 2 cards if it's the second game, and 3 if it's the third. And one time it was so funny. The 2 cards I took were literally the cards that they needed to win the game and did not see the entire.
Hey, that's a pretty good cut. If you
Right.
It's the way to go sometimes.
But it is very funny. We thoroughly enjoy doing that because
awesome.
They do become a little unhinged. They're like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah. Would you like to cut my deck?"
Any way you'd like. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
That is so funny.
Sometimes I like to be. We sometimes like to be agents of chaos at League, as much as we're like very much there to play test.
Yeah.
And like be competitive. We also definitely look to League as like our fun space. We're very lucky that we have some really great local stores and great people that play at them.
Yeah.
Like after Richmond, my brain didn't want to brain and cards, but still wanted to play. So yes. I was playing the Amethyst, Emerald, Aggro.
Burton deck, the just autopilot.
Yep. Play card, quest card. Play card, quest card.
Hey.
Turn item to get more lore.
Like, yeah.
Deck
plays itself.
And I got like 2 of the ink casters out at one point against Blurple by like turn 3, and he's like, "What? Get these stupid things out of here!" He's like, "This
is so funny.
This is not fair." And I was like,
"Not fun."
I'm sorry, but we'll be done quickly.
Right? Like, you can take a break, get a snack or something. It's fine.
Oh my! Do you have any local events in your area or local, somewhat to the Midwest, that you have coming up?
Not particularly. We are going to do another one of the 5Ks at Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky. It's March 21st, actually.
Okay.
It's a lot closer than Texas.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's only a few hour drive. So I think we're gonna see if any of our teammates wants to carpool down there and make it a weekend. Get there on Friday, play Saturday, come back home Sunday. Quick, easy weekend trip.
Also, if you like bourbon, stopping at a few places.
There's plenty down there, so.
That would be.
I am not personally a fan of bourbon, but
I'm not either, but my
old fashions and stuff.
Yeah. My brother-in-law is a huge bourbon person. There was a time that I actually made a trade for, I had extra Maui sharks and someone needed them and had a bottle of very expensive bourbon that they won in a raffle and put it on our like DFW area. It was like, would anyone be willing to trade for this? And I was like, as a matter of fact,
that's actually hilarious.
I will take you up on that because I will get so many cool sister-in-law points for this.
I love that. That's
and when I told my brother, he's like, "Are you for real? Are you sure it's real?" And I was like, "Yeah, he got it from like a police event.
Like a raffle thing."
Yeah. And I was like, "I'm fairly sure." He's like, "All right, I'll take it." And
are you sure it's real?
Yeah.
It's for sanitary?
Well, apparently that's a thing with this is me being like, no. I clearly don't drink bourbon because I'm like, I don't even remember what kind of bourbon it was, but
hey, I didn't know they did like counterfeit bourbon, like counterfeit, like fancy whatever.
I guess people will empty it and like fill it back up with like water. and some food coloring.
Imagine, just like it's nothing but water.
That would be sad.
Oh my god, that would be really sad. Be pretty funny though.
So changing topics and going back to our polls. You pulled your like chase card.
I did. Yeah, I have it here actually. Oop, glare. I have pulled a Todd.
He's so cute. I truly, the art in this set is fantastic. I love the little like paper cut styled art.
Like almost like origami.
Yes.
Especially the Todd. And I saw that card and I'm like a big Fox and the Hound fan. Like I loved that movie as a kid. Except obviously the like incredibly sad part, but like it's a good movie. It's a good story, and like I love the animals, so like I always love that movie. But I was like, I need this card so bad.
So I already know Belle is my chase card. I have not opened her yet. I love Beauty and the Beast. But I did open Lilo, and that is, I think, a very solid second chase for me because she's adorable. The art on this one is just fantastic. So I think it really is one of those that showcases the art style and the new like the new foiling that they did with like the silver and glitter. It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, we got lucky, unlucky. So like I said earlier, 3 of our 5 cases didn't have an enchanted, but at least of the 2 enchanteds we got, I got my chase and my husband Andy got his chase because it was a Lilo as well. And that's
I love
the one
that.
he wanted. So I mean, of course I want all of them. I always try and get all of them.
Yeah, same.
You know, we usually don't ever buy them. Wish I did at this point. We don't ever really buy them, but we do like keep all of our duplicate enchanteds and we try
to trade.
Yeah, we usually try and trade. So hopefully we can.
I think everyone in the DFW area pretty much knows that the first few weeks I open a good amount of product and I only keep usually 2 play sets of everything. So that way, if someone needs to borrow something, I have it and I have a play set for myself. And if I ever convince my husband to play competitively with me, I'll be ready.
Yep. We do the same thing. We never really sell or anything or trade. Like we let everybody knows that
if they want. If they pulled an enchanted and need cards, I am the one who wants to trade. Like, your playable legendaries and your playable cards, come to me.
Enchanted.
I will take your enchanted no one wants.
That's exactly what we do. We only do like trades and stuff, but like we're also like I like to call what a discount dungeon, I think is what Andy and Kirsten's discount dungeon. Like we just like our library of cards to our friends. It's like you need cards, just come to me because I probably have 20 of them.
I have the it's Courtney's Lorcana lending library.
I love it.
Which there's no good way for me to share, and I am on my PC, so I can't pull up my actual photos, but I had, I've shared in our Instagram story before my library.
Yes. Oh. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I need that.
It was super easy. So I found the drawers off of Amazon. They're in our link tree, actually. Yeah. I don't typically talk about our link tree and affiliate links, but they exist because if anyone asks, it's just an easy way for them to see where they all are. But I kind of bought them in phases. They're not outrageous because some of the TCG drawers are really expensive. Mm-hmm. And then I just got an LED strip and a good old Billy IKEA bookshelf.
But it's so aesthetic, let me tell you. Like, you need to go check it out. I think it's on your Instagram.
Yeah, I'll post a picture after the show so everybody can see it.
See, and meanwhile, like I want to like basically redo it all, but then I'm like, that's a big investment to like replace. We're 11 sets in now, 10 sets in.
It is
11. I don't even know. It's 11, right?
It is 11.
Okay. I know. I'm only,
11.
It is 11. 11 sets in, and I've got like I went like 2 different methods. We've got like a couple of play sets in binders, but then we stopped doing the binders because that's a lot of binders.
And when you're
started doing troves for just the play sets,
and
then we have like 2 different libraries essentially of like the others, like the extras basically. So I've got like those cardboard sturdy-ish,
Yes.
like put together yourself drawer system for like just the commons and
So
uncommons.
I've got a question. How many not paper cuts, cardboard cuts did you get putting those stupid things together? Yeah.
A lot. I hate them. And they're super frustrating to put together because sometimes they don't stick together and then I just take the whole darn thing.
Yep.
Like, I hate this. I don't know why I do this to myself. But that's what I do for like commons and uncommons. And I have like our rares in the like fancier hard case flip open containers that are like super long.
Yeah.
I like that system, but like I don't have any more room for cardboard shelving.
Well, and that was like, I was trying to figure out something that would be more sustainable than whatever system I didn't have before, which was like, first it was binders, and I still, luckily, I found them, and they're these giant binders. I also think of them as my
4x4s?
Yes. It's also security, because they're heavy when they're filled with cards.
They are. Yes.
So I do a foil play set that I don't play with, or not play set. So a single foil of the entire set, and those go in these binders along with it's how I kind of keep track of like promos and enchanteds, but the promos and enchanteds, those are playable cards.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to
I like to play
system too, like one of every foil. But then we would still play with them. So if we couldn't find like that fourth foil, we pull it out of the binder, but it would never go back into the binder.
Yes.
It never goes back into the binder.
So that was why I like basically like those are locked. They don't exist. And all the cards I can play with are in the drawers. Yeah. And for me, the drawers are just so much easier when you're trying to build decks. It's so hard to go flip through the binders and pull out those cards. Then it was like a daunting task to put everything back where they belong, which I say that as I have like 4 decks unsleeved ready to go back in there that I just haven't put away yet. But they are finally unsleeved. So that's progress.
I did take the time the other day to like unsleeve all freaking like 20 of our decks that we had built throughout last set, because we make decks so often with like the deck test Tuesday we do every week. And then there towards the end, we were doing more fun things. So like we did franchise night at our league one night because we were all burnt out and like there was nothing to play for the rest of the set. And so it was the pre-release events. And we also had a franchise night. So like, of course, we can't just put together one for me, one for my husband. We put together like 6 because we wanted to test them out.
Yeah, and have fun because
decks. Like nobody needs that. But like,
it's funny you say that because at one point I was like, well, what if I do like my normal play sets, but like with the bulk that I have, maybe I make like franchise boxes. Because I was like, that could be fun. And I was like, no, Courtney, take it down. You got to stop somewhere.
I've had those thoughts too. Like, oh, I could put together like a fun, like $5 deck that like could just like give to kids for free or something. But I'm like, we don't have that many kids in our area. I'm like, I don't even have that time. Like,
so we have been lucky in our area. There's a police officer that plays at one of our locals, and he collects bulk and then hands them out when he's on duty. Because his joke is if he can get kids hooked on TCGs, they won't have money to buy drugs.
That is so true. So true. So thinking. That's good thinking.
I was like, you are not incorrect.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that is so fair. Yeah, we have a lot of bulk and I'm like, I don't know what to do with it.
But we typically in our area, like I'll give a good amount to him and then I end up still being the Lorcana lending library and take bulk because I can't let people throw cards out. That hurts my soul. So I am in the process, and it is a process. My husband will probably jump into the comments and confirm how many cards are sitting around our upstairs game room taking over our game table that we haven't been able to use in months, because I'm trying to sort the bulk to be able to just like, if somebody needs it, I can grab it.
Right.
Or if a new player comes, we always try to give them bulk from prior sets so they don't have to buy those cards, or like just try to get them a little more up to speed and have a bigger library. So that's a process, and those are just going into big boxes.
Yep. Honestly, I stopped.
The entire second floor is cards. And honestly,
that's so funny.
He's not wrong.
I know. I keep saying like the only way we can sustain like continuing to buy these sets is like, we're just gonna have to buy a new house. Like I don't have any more room to put these.
I haven't started to probe, but there is a redesign that I have come up with for our game room that would allow for better card storage.
Right.
And my husband's going to, after the show, he's going to be like, but the cards live in your office. They can't expand. No.
Gonna have to. They're gonna grow. It's just gonna keep on coming out.
And I know Fairy Queen, it is on a Saturday this year, or this time, not this year. I mean, this is the first one of the year, but for this set, we made sure that we moved it to a Saturday. That was one of the big things. The past two have been on Sundays, which we still had great turnout. We had almost 70 people for both events, which is insane. Just like a random free tournament essentially has attracted so many people, but it is really fun. It's a really great like community event. But we know that a lot of people couldn't go to it because it was a Sunday if they were coming in from some of the surrounding areas. So we wanted to make sure that we moved it to a Saturday. And also, I cannot confirm this because I am only Kirby's assistant at drinking Diet Coke. But I'm pretty sure we are very close to outgrowing the current location and will probably be moving to a much larger location after this event, so that we can make it even bigger. And I'm sorry, I was corrected. 80 people.
That's awesome. I love that.
I love this. Bree, Courtney wants to be able to have locals entirely at her house. This would be true if I wanted to have that many people over at my house at once. And I do not. I love everybody in the Lorcana community. However, I also like my space, and mainly the king of the house, aka Watson, my 65-pound golden doodle, would be terrified. He's a big giant baby. We love him. Bree loves him. Bree takes care of him when we go out of town.
That's awesome.
And it's very funny because I have two doodles, Watson, who's terrified of his own shadow and 65 pounds, and Jester, who is 35 pounds and would like to be everybody's best friend. And honestly, if I could take her to locals, she would be like the greatest day of my life.
Yes. Jester sounds a lot like Buster. Like Buster, like you come over, if you're near him, he's like, you're my new friend. In fact, I love you so much. Please let me can you stay forever.
If you ever watch the show and hear light whimpering in the background, it's usually Jester, because we close the door because sometimes the dogs bark at whatever random thing they see go by. So to keep the sound down, because we tend to, if Bree and I aren't at my house filming, she's at her house and she has two dogs. So then we start a barking war between all four of them. But it's very funny. She sounds pitiful because she's like, you have exiled me, mother. What did I do?
Oh, sweet baby.
She's a menace to society, but I love her.
If I close the door, Buster would just be more mad and be like, why are you doing this? Let me in.
Let me in.
Be in there with you. What are you doing? Oh my god. He would trade me in in a heartbeat, I think, because it's super funny. me and my husband moved from Georgia to Illinois, like I guess like 5 years ago at this point. But we had Buster, and he had never met my mom ever. But like we were driving all the way from Atlanta to Illinois. We had like a U-Haul in one car, and we wanted him to have a little more space. So my mom agreed to like meet us basically halfway, and then take him in her SUV because she had more of a back seat and it would be more comfortable for him for the rest of the ride. He just hopped in her car like he'd known her his whole life. Like
no
like,
stranger danger.
Later,
no
lady.
stranger danger.
Gonna
no.
Go with her now.
He was like,
I was like, I guess you just knew that she's fine. Like, I hope.
Yeah.
That's what I cope and tell myself. It's like, well, you just have a feeling, right? Like you didn't just totally abandon me for this strange lady and hop in her car.
I love that. That's fantastic.
No, he loves my mom though. She always watches him for us whenever we go out of town and stuff. I call it like Buster babysitting. So like if we ever have to like go somewhere, he always goes over for a sleepover, and he just loves it. He absolutely loves it. He bullies her into taking him for walks. Like,
oh my God, I love that.
I know. He'll just stand there and look pitiful and cry at her, and then she's like, well, I guess I gotta go now.
Yeah, it sounds like Buster, Jester, and Stella is Bree's doodle, would be best friends because they have never met a stranger, will convince you to give them all your food, all of the treats, make you think that they've been neglected their entire life, and have never received attention once.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Sounds like they would be besties.
I'm sure.
Well, we are nearing our hour mark, and as I constantly joke these last few times, because the hour goes so quick when we have guests on, because we have so much fun talking. But we know as fellow women, we always have 800 things that we also need to be doing. So we try to keep it strict on our hour timeline, or as close as we can. But you also have, so you're on a team. You guys do a lot of social media content. So hype yourself up in these last few minutes.
Yeah, I'm a part of Rules of Villainy. We're a fantastic podcast, but we also just announced like our official like little competitive team. There's like I think 7 of us total. It's kind of like our podcast motto. We're all just trying to climb the top tables in the best way we can. You know, none of us are pros. We've never really played any other TCGs. Most of us, this is our first TCG, and we're just trying to be the best we can. So we finally launched our competitive team, and I'm so proud to be a part of that team. But yeah, we're everywhere you can listen to podcasts. On YouTube, that's the best place to find us, at Rules of Villainy. But we're also on Instagram, platform formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok. And then I also do my own content outside of Rules of Villainy / a part of it, I guess. But more, you know, girly pop stuff. And I post my dog and my cat a lot. And he'll be doing a DLC prediction for Melbourne because that's something that I love doing.
That content is great.
Yeah, I love exploiting him for content.
It's okay. No judgment.
He loves it too because he gets a lot of treats.
He gets extra treats.
He really does. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Instagram too, Twitter, and TikTok at ROV_Kirsten on Instagram, but everywhere else is just ROV Kirsten.
Yep. And we have your Instagram in our show notes on YouTube. And we also have the links to Rules of Villainy, your link tree, so that everybody can check y'all out.
Awesome. Yay. Thank you so much.
And you will all see Bree and I this weekend. We will be doing commentary for the TFM 3K this weekend alongside Mr. Dick Burns and Willoughby's. So very excited for that. That will be on Saturday, and lots of other fun events coming up. So keep tuned in, and we'll have a blast. We'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.